ISUPK.
To the family, brother Red Pill representing Know the Ledge. Do me a favor, family. Make sure you subscribe to ISUPK on YouTube. Get some of that fire that the brothers are delivering, some of that good information, all right? For that.
Every time we do something in this earth, we do it because the oppressor has given us permission to. And we still remain in the same condition we've been in for years and decades and generations, you understand? We got to try something different for once in our lives, you understand? We got to come back to serving the Most High. We got to come back to doing what the Bible says and not what the oppressor says. You understand? Keep going.
And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand.
Let me get
Matthew chapter 15 verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honors me with their lips.
Now this people draw near unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips. This is what you hear all day. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. Jesus is in my heart. Jesus understands me. Jesus knows where I'm at. Jesus knows where I come from. Keep going.
But their heart is far from me.
But their heart is far from me. You understand? When you hear heart in the scripture, it's your mind. We're supposed to meditate on these laws, statutes, and commandments every single day of our life. You see what I'm saying? These Christian pastors are teaching, they saying that they love the Most High, but their heart and their mind is so far from them. They don't give a damn about what the Most High say. All they care about is what they can get in their pockets and how rich they're going to become. You understand? And this is why we got to come out of these Christian churches. This is why we got to come out of these Muslim mosques. You understand? This is why we got to stop following our oppressor in these Christian pastors in these churches. Listen, ISUPK is where every black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child needs to be. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to find brotherhood in this earth until you come here. You understand? You're not going to find men who come from the ghettos just like you, who've learned to change their lives, you feel me? To learn to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and deal with each other according to what the scriptures say. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to find that. If you go in the Christian church, all you're going to get is backbiting. All you're going to get is, well, he didn't tithe this much this week. He didn't tithe that much. He looks like this and he looks like that. You understand? You come into the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana and you find out what brotherhood really is. Any more on that? All right, drop that. Let me get Hosea 4, verse 6 and 7. We're gonna get some more in these scriptures too. Listen, that's why we say we're not teaching our words. We teaching the words of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Contrary to what the Christian pastor teaches. You feel me? Because right now, the Christian pastor, he's out making another deal for tomorrow. You understand? He's creating another deal with the oppressor so he can get our tithe monies. He can get our tithe money and our offerings into that congregation tomorrow. You know why? He need that new G7. He need that new private jet. He need that new Tesla vehicle that just came out. He need that new Benz. He need that new Bugatti. You understand? Meanwhile, we are in the streets dying. We are being killed to the tune of 300 to 400 every year in Baltimore. You understand? Not to even mention the shootings that don't result in death, the stabbings that don't result in death. You understand? And when we don't respect each other and we don't do what the Most High said, like we read earlier, the Lord is not on our side right now. This is why police can murder us. They can do what they want to do to us and they get off scot-free. The sister just got killed in Texas, Atiana. She just got killed in Texas in her own bedroom. Police came to her window and blew her away. You understand? And nothing happens. The brother just got killed in his apartment, and the judge got off the bench and hugged the oppressor, the daughter of the oppressor that killed her. You understand? They don't respect us. And you know what? This don't happen to nobody else. You never hear of an Asian getting killed in his home. You never hear of an East Indian getting killed in his home. Right. You never hear of an African getting killed in his home. Right. But you do hear of Black, Hispanic, and Native American people being killed in their very home. You understand? A couple years ago, Akai Gurley was murdered up in New York City. He was coming down the steps in his apartment complex. The scared police officer, who was an Asian, rolled up on him and shot. He shot him, he ricocheted and shot and killed the brother. They locked this Asian police up. But the Asian community came out. They came out the nail salons. They came out the Yakami joints. You see what I'm saying? And they protested up in New York. And you know, when they protested, you know what happened? That police got 5 years probation for murdering a black man. You understand? And this is what happens in our communities when we don't serve the Most High. When we listen to these Christian pastors and preachers and they tell us that we ain't got to keep no law, we ain't got to keep these statutes and commandments, all we got to do is believe, we die in the streets. You understand? And this is why we're out here right now. We're out here to tell our people, listen, we're better than what we become. You understand? Like, here in the ISUPK, we love every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Right. You understand? Woman and child. We want to help people to get off the whatever affliction you have. We want to help you get off of that. We offer counseling services. We offer prison services, you understand? We do these things for our people. But the Christian church, they'll tell you, listen, you ain't got to keep no laws, statutes, and commandments. All you got to do is believe. And every time they do that, we got black people dying every single day, and there's no one being punished for it, you understand? And this is because the Most High is against us. So contrary to what the Christian church preaches, the Christian pastor is turning the Most High against Israel. This is what's going on in the streets. You got that?
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people. My is a possessive pronoun, meaning we are the Most High's people. If you're on this 12 tribes chart, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this is the my people that the Most High is talking about. You understand? My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That's right. Now who's to blame? Like, if I got my son, right? If I got my son, and my son grows up and he doesn't know what 1 + 1 is it my son's fault? Or is it my fault? That's my fault because I didn't teach him. So if the Lord's people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, who should we blame? We should blame the people that the Most High put in charge of this people. We should blame the leaders. Who are the leaders of black people right now? You got T.D. Jakes, you got Creflo Dollar, you got Jamal Bryant, you got Al Sharpton. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Jamal Bryant left to live that homosexual lifestyle. He left to live the gay lifestyle. You understand? In Atlanta. Yeah. He could be out in the open. They want to be called gay now. Like every 6 months, they come up with a new term that they want to be considered. He went to leave that gay lifestyle. That's why he went and he took the church of Eddie Long, who was down there raping boys. You understand? This is what the leaders of black people are doing right now. You understand? That's why I say my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Any more on that?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Like we've been rejected by the Most High because we've been rejecting this knowledge. We've been taught for so long that we ain't got to keep no laws, with no statutes, no commandments. We ain't got to do what the Most High say. All we got to do is come to church, tithe, and that's all we got to do is believe that we're sanctified by the blood of Jesus. And throw the rest of the book away, because they don't read the Bible in the Christian church, because if they did, the things that y'all hearing right now, this wouldn't be the first time. The fact that you hearing this for the first time right here at Lexington Market in Baltimore is the fact that you know that these Christian leaders are against black people. They have failed black people, you feel me? And this is why we got to come out them churches. You see what I'm saying? We got to come out these churches, because when we go to them churches we feed on that philosophy and that doctrine, what it do, it turns the anger of the Most High against us. You see what I'm saying? Like, and we so familiar with pain, and we so familiar with punishment. You see what I'm saying? That we don't know how it feels to be on top of something. We don't know how it feels to have a power fighting for us, that you come up against us all you want to. I ain't got to touch you. The power that I serve will deal with you. We don't know what that feels like because we've been oppressed for so long. It's time for us to try something new in this earth, especially here in Baltimore, in every hood and every ghetto across America. We got to try something different, you understand? Because we're in the same conditions that when we came here in shackles, we're in the same conditions but worse, because we don't even believe that we're slaves in this nation, you understand? Contrary to what we believe we are. Any more on that?
That thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. You see what I'm saying? Like the law, in this nation, every time we hear law, it's like a negative connotation. You know why? Because when we hear law in this state that we're in, the law has been used against us to oppress us. The oppressor's law. The oppressor system. You see what I'm saying? So every time we hear law, we naturally turn our ears off because we so used to being oppressed by it. You understand? But contrary to that, the Most High has laws, statutes, and commandments in His Bible that's not going to oppress us. It's going to free us. You understand? It's going to put us above all these other nations. That's right. We will walk into Lexington Market and see our brothers and sisters running shopping there. You understand? There will not be Asians and the Japanese, and they're selling us all manner of wickedness in Lexington Market. We consume everything, but we don't sell nothing. You understand? We're going to let this noise pass real quick. We're going to let this madness pass real quick. Let me get some more. We're going to get some more in the scriptures.
Seeing thou hast also forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
We forgot the love of the Most High, so therefore this is why our children are dying in the streets. You see what I'm saying? Our children are dying in the streets because of what we've done. You understand? This is why we got to look at each other as a family and stop being so individualized. You understand? A lot of times you have the older generation who blame the younger generation for everything that's going on in the streets. But the older generation got to take some responsibility for what's going on in these streets as well. Because at one point in time, when we was in segregation, you understand, the black community loved each other. The black community, we can go to the corner store and we can get food on credit, you understand? We actually loved each other on North and Pennsylvania Avenue. We actually loved each other at Park Heights, you understand? But what happened is, when we got there, when Martin Luther King said, let's march and join hands with our oppressor, with the colonizer, you see, as soon as that happened, guess what? We lost all respect for each other. We lost all the love. That's why you know you can't love both, because we took the love from each other and gave it to everybody else. But what's going to happen when we take our love back from them and give it to each other? Baltimore will look different. You understand? There will not be 400 murders a year in Baltimore City. You understand? And this is where we're going to find this out. This is where we're going to learn that here in the ISUPK and the Commanding General, Your Honor. Any more on that?
Verse 7, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore, I will change their glory into shame.
Therefore, I will change their glory into shame. Here it is right now in 2019, and we got black people who are ashamed to be black. You understand? To be with a so-called Negro, a so-called spick, or whatever they want to, derogatory name they want to use against our people. If you're on this sign, that is the most glorious honor you could ever achieve in life. You understand? Because the Most High is for us. You see what I'm saying? But what's happened is our glory has turned into shame. That's why we have black people who hate being black. We have Native Americans who hate being Native American. We have Hispanics who hate being Hispanic. You know why? Because that was our glory at one point in time. We got to come back to that. The way we come back to that is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you feel me? And once we do that, all these other nations, these heathen nations, they will know for certain that we serve a power greater than them. You understand? All these other nations will know that. That's why you don't see them going to any other community and set up shop. They don't rape any other community. If you go into Little Italy, if a black, Hispanic, or Native American man go into Little Italy right now, open up a business, it won't be there tomorrow. You understand? But every manner of people can come into the black community and open up shop and do all manner of wickedness. They beat our sisters up. You see what I'm saying? Like they set our brothers up. They disrespect our children, and they think nothing of it. You understand? This is why we got to come back to serving the Most High. Let me drop that. Let me get Proverbs chapter 3 and 31. We're going to get some more in the scripture. We're going to understand, like, it's very imperative right now. Like, if you're in the range of my voice and you can hear this, we got to come back to keeping these laws and statutes, man. We got to start doing better. We got to start loving each other again, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to start being brothers towards each other. We got to start being sisters towards each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, one thing right now on the earth, our sisters hate each other. Sisters hate sisters, you understand? Brothers hate brothers. And you know why? It's because we've taken on the philosophy of our oppressor. Let me get that scripture. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not thy oppressor. Envy thou not the oppressor. You understand? We don't have to envy them. You see what I'm saying? Even though they living in plush Beverly Hills homes, and they live in, if you look at the tallest skyscraper here in Baltimore, it's guaranteed that the oppressor is up there and he's living in, that's where he's residing. You understand? The top floor with pools on top of the roof. You understand? We don't have to envy that black man, black woman, black child. We don't have to try to be like them. You know why? Because we are the salt of the earth. We are the greatest people on the earth. The only reason we envy them is because we're oppressed and we're poor. That's right. You understand? Outside of that, why would we want to be like them? Right. They ain't got no sauce, you feel me? Right. They ain't got nothing that we want. That's right. The only thing that they got that we want, you feel me, is freedom. They're free to do whatever they want to do in this earth, and we're oppressed. Any more on that? Come. Envy thou not thy oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And choose none of his ways. What are some of his ways? The oppressor say that you can be gay, and you can have gay marriages. You understand? Choose none of his ways. You see what I'm saying? Listen. Don't choose the ways of the slave master. You understand? Or the slave master's sons and daughters. We're better than that. We're better than that. Black man, woman, and child, we're better than that. You see what I'm saying? Like, do we gotta get high just because the oppressor tell us it's okay to get high?
I was trying to talk over.
Do we gotta sell dope just because the oppressor tell us it's okay to sell dope? You see what I'm saying? How about we do what the Most High say? Thank you, brother. How about we do what the Most High say? How about we come together, just like in Zephaniah 2:1, come gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. You see what I'm saying? How about we gather ourselves together and come back to loving each other? You see what I'm saying? We ain't gotta choose none of his ways. We ain't gotta do the all manners of wickedness. Listen, we've chosen his ways in this earth. What has changed for us? Absolutely nothing. We're in a worse condition than we were when we chose his ways, you understand? That's proof. That's the proof in the pudding. We done everything he wanted us to do. We done everything to be like him, and we're in a worse condition. This is the Most High letting us know that we're not to choose none of his ways. You know, choose not the way of the oppressor. Any more than that? Let me get Jeremiah 10:2. And this is very important for us to do because people say that we gotta love everybody. This is what's taught in the Christian church. Love everybody. You gotta forgive everybody. AKA, when you hear Christian pastors say you gotta love and forgive everybody, that means you gotta forgive the oppressor. That does not mean that you gotta forgive your brother who looks like you according to the flesh. You see what I'm saying? These Christian churches and these Christian pastors, they love the oppressor and they hate black people.